Hi, I'm Jerry from Motion Template, and today I'm going to record a tutorial video on how to edit a template. I've had a few emails recently about how easy is it to edit the templates, whether you're in Motion or Final Cut. It's still pretty easy. It's easier in Final Cut because you can only edit the parameters that have been published, and you can see them up here. In Motion, of course, you can edit everything, so you need to be able to use Motion. But what I'm going to focus on today is how to edit a template in Final Cut Pro. Now, the template I'm editing is this V5 template 58, and if I play through a little bit of that, you get an idea of what's actually in here. So you get a big fly through at the start through 3D space. It's very, very white and black at the moment, a few greys in there, and then it spins around to the drop zones with all the reflections, and then your text comes in and it sort of holds there for a while and then whizzes around a little bit and holds, and so on and so on and so on. So this is the rendered movie. Now next to this, if I scroll across, I've actually got the live template. So you can see it's V5 template 58, and that would have been published to the MT generators folder over on the right hand side, and you can see it here, V5 template 058. And if I drag through this, you'll see it preview. Now obviously it won't play quite as fast as the movie because the movie's rendered and this is live, so you can see there's the big fly through all the objects in space, and then it ends up on these drop zones and text and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how to edit this. Now when you put it into the timeline and select it, all the parameters will appear up here on the right hand side. So the first thing you can change is the color, so that's the main color. We've published 12 different color sets, so have a quick look through some of them. So there's black, sort of a yellowy color, blue, and then white, and so on and so on and so on. Underneath that there's a few parameters for adjusting the reflections. For example, in the floor here you can change the blur amount. If I push that up, you'll see the floor will get very blurred. If I take it down, it goes sharp. I'll put that back where it is. The other thing you can change is the drop zones. So I'll start with drop zone 1. Now to change a drop zone, all you do is click on it. So this is drop zone 1. I'll just click here. And what it's waiting for me to do is select a video. So I'll start here on the left hand side, select this first video, and then click Apply Clip. And that's it. It's obviously this drop zone on the left hand side. Just pull back a bit so I can see it. Now what's in the new version is the ability to scale and pan this information, and we've published that as well. So underneath the drop zone you'll see pan information and scale. What that allows me to do is scale into the shot and then pan around. For example, I might want to get rid of this carpet on the left hand side, so I can zoom in a little bit with the scale parameter. It zooms in, and then I can just use the X and Y to pan left and right, up and down, so I can do that and get a better framing on the shot. I'll go on to the next drop zone and do the same thing. I'm going to click on drop zone 2, select a different movie, hit apply. Just move that so it's centered. We'll see it a little bit better. Obviously these are movies, so they're playing, so there'll be different frames on each part. I'll just pull into that a little bit more to show you how you do that, and this time I'll adjust the height, pull down a little bit. Obviously be careful pulling down too far because there's a mask on that and you'll pull the video out of the mask, although you might want to do that. In this case I think I don't, so I'm just going to move that back up again, and I'll go on to the next one. Move forward a little bit. And this is a good shot here to demonstrate why you might want to do this. There's someone in the background of this shot and I'd like to remove them, so what I can do is now just pull into the shot, make it a bit tighter, and then pan over to the right hand side and push that person out of shot. I'll do one more. Select another shot, apply that in. Just move forward a little bit more so I can see it centered. So maybe I want to pull in on this name. I'll just zoom in a little bit on that. And pull the shot down a little bit. Maybe over a little bit. So that's how easy it is to add the drop zones and actually edit the scale and position of them. If you want to change the text, well, the text is editable in Final Cut anyway, so we very rarely set up any rigged parameters because you can do it directly in Final Cut. So all I have to do is double click on this text and then go up to the text tab on the right hand side, and you can see it says title, which is obviously that bit there. So if I type something obvious in there. Now it may seem a little bit slow when you're editing it, but you have got a reflective floor and roof, so it might be better to turn the reflections off while you're editing. Just go back to the generator tab and just go to floor blur amount and just pull that right down to 0. And do the same with the roof as well. So if I change the other text, just got to double click on that. So if I want to change the colour of the text, and just come down to where it says face and just click on show, and now I've got access to my colours for that text. So I'll just click here, maybe I'll make that reddy colour, quite dark, and then select the other text and do the same thing. Click on this, double click on show, come down to the colour, maybe make that quite a dark red. Now if I go back to the generators tab, I can switch through some of the different colours. So the first colour, there's 12 colours in here. The first one's black, and then you can come down and switch through your colours. I think 6 is red, so that should match the red of the text. Yep, that's definitely red. The other parameter which is published is the space objects colour. That's right at the start, so if I come right back to the start, you'll see it's all the junk that the camera's flying through right at the start. It's all this stuff here, and I'm on colour 1 at the moment, so I can change to colour 2. You are seeing the red here of the scene. I'll come back a little bit more. There you go. So it's mainly this colour here. This is the rest of the scene. So I can come in here and you can switch your own colours on this one as well. You can go for the same colour if you want to. This is 6, which is the red. A bit overpowering. But you've also got underneath that, you've got the space colour intensity. So if you find that's a little bit over the top, you can always pull the colour back and it will mix it with the original, which was a bluey colour. So now I'm getting a bit of a blue and a red mix. Now the other thing you might want to change is this colour that's appearing when the text comes in. That's actually based on the glow of the layer. So if I select this text, go up to the text tab, this is the motion template, and come down to glow, you can see it's not turned on, but if I click on show, you can see the colour is yellow. So if I want to change that to a different colour, I'm going to try and click on the colour. Sometimes it doesn't let you go straight onto the colour. If it doesn't, turn the glow on and then off again, and then it will give you access to this panel. So I can come into it now, maybe pick a sort of reddy pinky colour, and now you can see if I hit escape to get out of text mode, you can see now this has got a reddish glow to it when it comes in. So I hope that was useful. Obviously you can change everything on the motion template in Motion, but you've still got quite a lot of control on the template within Final Cut Pro as well.